We begin in Neo-Gotham. The police have the oil rig surrounded. The problem is they're practically blind, since the entire place has a kind of camouflage over it. But what about Batman? Well, they lost visual contact with him as soon as he approached the platform. Barbara tells her people to hold position and not to engage, unless they absolutely have to. Eric asks Barbara if she has any idea who did this. Maybe the investigations have turned up something. Mayor Dusk had been transferring money to Dr. Bennett's shielded account, and Bennett is now missing. She doesn't know if he's the one behind all this. What she does know is that as long as the situation is contained on the platform, everyone in Gotham City will be safe. Meanwhile, on the platform, Nightwing mocks Batman Beyond. It seems after all he's not a good heir. Bruce Wayne even says he isn't his heir. He's simply a disgrace to the Cape. At best they can consider him an imitation, just an outclassed kid. As Bruce says all this, he unleashes an incredible barrage of blows on Terry. Batman Beyond was surprised when Dick, Barbara, and Tim showed up, but Bruce appearing is too much. What Terry really means is that he's watched every video of the original Batman, and this feels almost real, but he knows it isn't. They both know there's only one person in Gotham who can do that. Terry gets ready and, using one of his bombs, destroys one of the reflector towers. There's still another one, and Terry almost doesn't notice it. Batgirl is about to strike him when suddenly Terry lunges at the last tower and manages to destroy it without any problem. This is a situation he likes better. All of it was nothing but an illusion projected by the towers Terry just destroyed. Now he's revealed the true identity of his attackers, though that doesn't really matter. They'll have to do this face to face. That's fine by Terry, but he does wonder what the new guy in yellow is called. The guy tells Batman not to worry about that. He should worry first about the powerful electric shock he's about to deliver. Meanwhile, at Dr. Bennett's apartment, Eric has traced dates and transactions from 5 years ago. They also have footage of Bennett withdrawing money from the mayor's account. The weird thing is it doesn't look like they were trying to hide what they were doing. Before they can continue, they both hear strange noises. When they go out to investigate, they run into Dr. Bennett, who begs them not to hurt him. Elsewhere, outside the platform, the police manage to detect the enemies. They're Spellbinder, Shriek, and Inque. They were the ones hiding the platform, which is why no one could see through it. The problem is, there's a fourth person they can't identify. They have to get ready. The assault team needs to be prepped. They're going to have to infiltrate. The commissioner might fire them for what they're about to do, but they can't just stand by and do nothing. While that's happening, the real Nightwing prepares to reach the platform. On the platform, Batman stays hidden in the shadows and uses a brief distraction to strike Shriek and knock him out of the fight. Next, it's Spellbinder's turn, taken down with a hard kick. Once he seizes the illusionist, he tries to go after the others, but first he's going to make them doubt their new teammate. If the new guy in yellow were as important as he wants everyone to think, he never would have gone running to them. He seems to be just a scared guy, so scared he doesn't even want to tell them his name. The next to fall into Batman's trap is Inque. She gets hit by an explosion, and then we see her plunge into the water with no way to recover. 3 down, only 1 left. Batman goes after the new guy. The guy tells him he's misunderstood everything. He didn't recruit them because he was afraid. He recruited them because he could. Batman's power, the real power, comes from influence, like the influence he has in Gotham. His name is Rewire, and he'll kill until this city belongs to him. Batman takes an electric discharge and manages to pull back a little. That's fine by Rewire. He should crawl. He can even beg for his life. Suddenly, help arrives from the air. Rewire can't believe he called for help. That's sad, especially for the people in that small plane. Rewire readies his attack and hurls an electric bomb at the plane, only for Batman to stop it by putting his body in the path of the electrical blast. Rewire can't believe it. He did it. He really finished Batman. They're all going to be witnesses to history, because he'll be known as the man who killed Batman. More reinforcements arrive. Rewire should be smart and surrender now that he's surrounded. Rewire thinks they don't understand the situation. He just killed Batman. The only reason he'd let him go is so he can finish them off too. Before Rewire can do anything, he's attacked from behind, which makes him drop Batman and fall into the water. Dick Grayson is responsible for those attacks. He must be losing his touch, since he only managed to land one of his 2 shots. Dick uses the moment and goes for Terry before he sinks into the sea. Suddenly, Something starts happening to Rewire. It looks like his suit isn't working. Ghoul shows up and tells him not to worry, he'll help him. Ghoul uses his weapon and attacks the planes, destroying them with ease. Everything gets out of control, and Dick Grayson has to leave Batman alone in his boat to go rescue the special unit. Dick reaches them and tells them to come with him. Once he manages to save them, he leaves an inflatable boat so they can escape. Dick slips away without a trace. No one will ever know who saved them. There's a problem for Dick. When he returns to his boat, Batman is no longer there. It looks like someone took advantage of Dick Grayson's distraction to carry him off. Elsewhere, Ghoul has managed to save Rewire and take him to his hideout. Spellbinder and Shriek can help him recover. To do that, they'll need to lend a hand by finding the generator room. Shriek doesn't seem eager to help. He already paid his debt for the Arkham breakout. Their debt is paid, both of them, so they're both bowing out. If Rewire manages to recover, Ghoul has to tell him it was a pleasure doing business. Meanwhile, at the Gotham City Police Department, Dr. Bennett tells Barbara he had nothing to do with Dusk's death. This whole time he's been hiding for his own safety, in case someone wanted to kill him for being a witness. Well, that's odd to Barbara, so she's going to ask him one last question. Why was he receiving large amounts of money then? Bennett asks Barbara if she knew his father. He used to be a consultant for the police department. Her father and Gordon were friends. Bennett went into medicine because of his father. He wanted to make his father proud. It's funny what someone will do when they live in the shadow of greatness. Elsewhere, we cut to Terry, who has been carried by the seawater all the way to the Batcave, where Bruce was already waiting for him. Back with the doctor, he tells Barbara that Mayor Dusk was always a complicated man. No one becomes that powerful without making sacrifices, or without being a little hungry for power. While they're talking, we see that Ghoul has taken Rewire to the generator room. There, he injects him with a toxin that will help him withstand the electric shock he's about to administer. The jolt works, and Rewire recovers. Ghoul congratulates him. Rewire killed the mayor and Batman. This should be a great start. Rewire doesn't care if he lacks backing. He'll go on without Sparks. Now that he's recovered, he's ready to continue. Back with Barbara, she still doesn't understand what the doctor is trying to tell her. What he means is that the whole Arkham project wasn't for Mayor Dusk. It was for his son, who now wants to bring Gotham to its knees before him. On the news, we see that Gotham City is chaos. Spellbinder, Shriek, and Inque are wreaking havoc. Commissioner Barbara Gordon is overwhelmed, and Rewire is still missing. The whole city is wondering what the commissioner is going to do. Bennett keeps showing Barbara things. The idea was that if the mayor's son went out of control, they could contain him with this. A machine designed to interrupt all bioelectric charges that exceed a predetermined normal level. It was supposed to be the last resort if therapy didn't work, but a few months ago they decided to shut the project down. They thought Davis had finally understood the situation. Barbara tells him what's done is done. The most important thing now is to move forward. They need a plan for when Davis shows up. Dick gets in touch with Barbara. She asks what happened. Some say Rewire killed Batman, and others say Batman saved the police. Dick says he was the one who actually saved them. The problem is that Dick doesn't know where Batman is. He lost him when he went to save the police plane, and when he got back, Batman was gone. Batman was beaten brutally. If he survived, there's no way he'd be conscious at this point. The current could have carried him anywhere. Meanwhile, in the Batcave, Terry wakes up and starts exploring the place a bit. As he moves along, he finds an envelope containing information about Mayor Dusk's son, Davis Dusk. Once he reads the information, he leaves immediately. Elsewhere, we're with Rewire. He knows one of his father's greatest achievements was sustainable, renewable energy through gravity. He used that technology to take control of Gotham, just as Davis will do now. Ghoul tells him his new medication is ready. There's enough venom and modified Joker toxin for a normal man's heart. It should amplify Rewire's ability to maintain a charge in ways he's never experienced before. Either that, or it will kill him. Rewire tells Ghoul to have faith in himself, all while he increases his power. Somewhere else, Batman meets with Terry and tells him Rewire, Mayor Dusk's son, is behind all this. He killed his father with some kind of energy move. Whatever he's planning now must be connected. Dick isn't worried about that right now. What he wants to know is what happened to Batman. Terry tells him that his vital signs dropped so low the suit switched to autopilot and took him to the Batcave. What Dick needs to know is that he's okay. Though okay doesn't mean okay enough. What he means is that Bruce already knows all this and pieced it together without leaving his house. He knows all about Davis hating his parents and being power-hungry, obsessed with the city. Dick asks him to listen. Maybe Terry isn't as good as Bruce. Maybe he never will be. And that's something he should be grateful for. Terry doesn't get it, so Dick explains. For months, Terry has been keeping people at arm's length. Worse, when they stand between being Terry and being Batman, he pushes them even farther away. Like he did to Dick on the raft, like he does with his mother and brother, like he did with Dana. He hides behind his duty and sacrifice, but deep down, Terry knows that's not what it's about. Dick knows because he went through the same thing. Terry needs to remember what makes him who he is. He needs to accept things and embrace them. Terry must not let what happened to Davis happen to him. He can't let the things he hates about Bruce turn him into Bruce. Batman leaves, and later we see him arrive to meet Barbara. He tells her their mutual friend already brought him up to speed on Arkham, so he thinks he has a plan, but he's going to need a little help from her evidence room. Somewhere else, the police were tamping down a bit of the chaos in Gotham. Things were calm, until Rewire arrived to interrupt. Batman observes everything from a distance. Rewire knows the police worshipped his father like a god. They were all wrong. This is what real power looks like, the power to destroy everything Rewire loves. Meanwhile, Dick tells Batman that Arkham has the containment cell ready and running. Barbara's people are on their way with the other package. Dick's going to need a little time to program it. Terry doesn't know how Davis is going to react. Whatever the case, Terry will have to manage and bring him down. Batman gets ready and shows up on the battlefield. The first thing that happens is he takes an electric shock from his enemy. Rewire can't believe Batman is still alive. Davis strikes Batman again and, with an electric discharge, knocks him to the ground. Batman asks Dick for any recommendations. Grayson tells him that back in their day they used to cover themselves with silicate. He just doesn't know where there'd be enough to make a difference. Back with Rewire, he's at the new mayor's house. It looks like Davis is about to set a new record by killing 2 mayors in the same week. Barbara watches from a distance and tells Eric to hold on. She revs her vehicle and slams it into Rewire. Batman takes advantage of all this and arrives with a truckload of sand to dump directly on Rewire. Batman asks him how he plans to destroy an entire city when he can't even beat Batman. Rewire gets angry and uses his powers to destroy the sand truck. Batman checks in with Dick. This option wasn't enough to beat him. Dick tells him not to worry. He's close. He just needs a few more minutes. That's fine by Batman. He tells Dick to get ready, because the package is coming in hot. Terry flies off at top speed toward the platform, but before he can get there, Rewire brings him down with an electric blast. Rewire asks Batman if they're really done now. He hates to admit it, but it was fun. He has to thank Batman. Someone new arrives and tells Davis he doesn't have to do this. It's Mayor Dusk. He tells his son he doesn't have to hurt anyone else. His son isn't a killer, he's just confused. This is his father's fault. He should always have been there for his son when he needed him. He wants him to know that he loves him. He always has. This time things will be different between them, his father promises. Davis doesn't want anything his father just said, and he'll kill him again. To his surprise, it was all just an illusion, and Dick had been posing as the mayor. Rewire grabs Dick Grayson by the throat. Before he can do anything to him, Batman swoops in from behind and carries Davis off to lock him in the electric chamber. Terry signals Dick. He has to activate the chamber right now. Rewire won't allow it. He'll kill everyone once he gets out of here. The chamber activates, and all we see is a great flash. It looks like it's all over and Davis has lost his powers. Time passes, and Dick gets in touch with Terry. Earlier they had a conversation where Dick told Terry he could become someone like Davis Dusk. While that was true, it will never happen, because Dick will never let that happen to Terry. Dick doesn't have to worry. He's already working on it, and as proof of his word, he's now at his brother's birthday, because there's nothing more important than family. Elsewhere, we're with Davis. A woman reads him a book as he receives a small electric shock. In the tales of kings and princes, it is rare to find a prince who does not wish to be king, and rarer still a king who does not wish to be a prince. After all, it is easy to sing for the prince, but far rarer to sing for the king. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.